Hello everybody, your buddy Rich Tinner here this week. This photograph on my desktop, it's on my desktop at the museum this week. It's a cool picture. I have other pictures of the Fischer building in downtown Vermilion being built in 1915, but this is a different one. One of the reasons there are several things that I want to point out here on this photograph. First of all, and most obviously, is this right here that I've got circled and with this card up here. Elton Fischer was George Fischer's son who built this building. In the background, just by the way, you can see the Maud Elton Hotel that sat right here on the corner and was moved down the hill to where it sits there and where it is today. But Elton, up here at the Fischer Garage, and it says here the Fischer Garage, Elton got the franchise for Buicks, to sell Buicks in Vermilion in 1914. The Dahl brothers were already here in Vermilion, and they sold different types of cars right down the street where Moe's Marine is, on the hill there, up on the hill. They had a building there, a showroom. Well, Fischer got this garage here. He was selling Buicks. I don't know how they got the cars in and out of there. It must have been in the back. I've never really looked at the back of the building to see where they might have done that sort of thing, but I assume there's a way to get automobiles in and out of that building in the back, or there was a way. Also, excuse me, in 14 he also got a franchise to sell Dodge, the Dodge Brothers cars. I don't think he had that yet, or it would have been on this card here. Here he sold Buick and Chevrolet. I think Waddy Stone was later involved in that. But interesting building. It's not pretty, but as you can see, they've got piles of dirt sitting around here and stuff for their construction. But they got the windows in upstairs, and looks like they're going to put the windows in downstairs. They've done here at the garage. They've done this store here. Now they're going to do the rest to go around the corner here. Among the other things I want to point out too is this right here. I'll circle this. This is a drinking fountain. It may be even for horses, I'm not sure, but a drinking fountain on the corner of Liberty and Main Street on the north side of the street. Of course that's gone now. Looks like kind of a fountain. That's why I thought maybe horses could get a drink out of there as well. But really a cool photograph. I'm going to add in on this photograph another one, and I'll talk about that one later. Hi everybody, I'm back to work here today. It's Thursday by now. I've been working on that other photo for a couple of days. It didn't center right in the viewing screen. It was bothering me. It took me a couple of days to figure out what was wrong. I got it done. And now this is the photo I wanted to add and show you of basically that same scene, except the Fischer building, which would be over here to the left, is not there. This is a little, this picture was probably taken 1913 probably, because here's a car, but there are horses and stuff along the street here. Part of the reason that I wanted to show you this, however, was because of this tree right here. It's in both pictures. So they left it on the corner when they built it. Too bad they didn't put it back there. Wouldn't that tree be something if it was sitting there today? This is a nice view. Of course, we can't see everything that's in this empty lot over here where they had already moved the Maud Elton Hotel down the street to Exchange Street, and they were getting ready to build the Fischer building. But as you can see plainly in this photograph, they didn't have, the streets weren't paved yet. You can see the crosswalks look like they're wood. Also over here, it's interesting to take a look. This is the Masonic Temple, this big building on the corner here. In this area, about the first 3 windows and down to the street and then back, where the mayor's office is today, that part of the building was removed, and then where the mayor's office was is today, this part was removed, and Erie County Bank built their building, which is where the mayor is today. And the rest is still the Masonic Temple. And down here in this little area here, I'll try to have something, I hope I can show you this a little better. This area here is where Baumhart's drugstore was later built. This area burned at one time. This, of course, is where Brummer's Chocolate is today. I guess they still call it Brummer's Chocolate. Next door was Beekle's Funeral Parlor, and then the Doc Inglebrie's building was here. Doc Inglebrie got killed crossing the railroad tracks at Grand Street, but he built this building, and his offices were in that building. His name was at the top here. This part of the building is gone now. Judy Williams has the inscription with the Inglebrie name that was in this part of the building at the time this photo was taken. I don't know what they plan to do with it. They have some plans. I have no idea what they're going to do with it. And the only other thing I want to point out here in this particular photograph is this right here. It's hard to see, but this is the spot where it's at the railroad where they raised and lowered the gates for the crossing here. It's kind of a neat picture for a number of reasons. If you look down Main Street, first of all, the tracks aren't as high as they are today. It's almost flat going through there. They've raised them over the years where you can't really stand in the middle of Main Street, say next to where the Main Street Grill is today, and then look south. You can't see as much over the railroad tracks as you can see in this photograph. But I really wanted to show you this big tree that was there. They left it there, and it's in the other video where the building was built. And that's all I have for now. But this is really a nice picture as well.